Hey everybody, it's there's James. Say something, James.
Hey, hey everybody! It's
I had you
design
on
time.
camera there. Yeah, it's design time with James and Kory.
Oh, okay.
And you were just saying something about having an inkling.
Yeah.
Oh, you played a
Oh wait, no, I was talking about playtesting from last week. So
yeah.
last week, if you watched last week's episode, I know you didn't, Corey, because you know. Oh wait, you were on it.
Yep.
Um, yeah, and actually I did. I went back and watched the whole thing, but I had no notes this time. But I did
Yeah.
watch the entire thing, both parts. So 2.5 hours
Okay.
total.
I don't think I made it through. I had a weird week, so I didn't make it through the whole thing.
Well, tell me about your weird week.
No, it's boring. I got weirdly sick.
Weird and boring.
Yeah, I got
Oh, you got
weirdly
sick?
sick right after that episode. I made myself
A lot of people got sick after watching that
sick.
episode.
Yep, yep. It took me a couple days to recover from that. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, I won't tell you about
I had game poisoning. No, what? I right after that episode, I ate a bunch of soup and I dumped a shitload of black pepper into my soup, like way more black pepper than anybody should eat in one night
Oh,
accidentally. Um, and I still like it because I love black pepper, but I felt awful the next day. I was queasy all day, and everything smelled like black pepper, and everything tasted like black pepper, and I just it knocked me out. I was Googling black pepper poisoning to see if that was a
wow.
thing, to see if there was like that it was bad, but I didn't come up with anything. Apparently, black pepper doesn't. You can't poison yourself with it, but I felt really bad.
No, not really, but you probably irritated. Yeah, you probably irritated your system pretty badly.
It
I've
was
done that with
bad.
cinnamon before.
Oh, that's
Just
really
not
strong.
as badly.
It's
Not as badly,
stronger.
but I've
It's a
yeah.
stronger spice than people
It's
think.
stronger than you think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
And I'm like, "Ooh,
yeah.
I love cinnamon. I'll put lots of cinnamon in there." And then
Yep.
like I'm like, "Ooh, it's like you just feel like yeah, just sickly. You just feel oh.
Yeah. I felt that.
So anyway,
And then
well,
John Cooper.
sorry to hear that.
So our old friends John Cooper and Gina, his wife Gina,
Yeah.
were in town.
Oh, Gina was there too.
Yep. She
We
came in. She came in this week. She wasn't there
such a
last week.
nice couple.
They
Do you know what? I regard them as like a kind of model couple.
they absolutely. We actually. And John's sister Meg was in town a little bit, and we were talking about that subject with her. And Gina and Meg and I went hiking in the redwoods, in the beautiful, beautiful redwoods that we have here in
Yep,
the best place in the world. Uh,
I've seen them.
yeah, they're awesome. And we talked about them as a model couple. So yeah, we'll use them as examples later when we do our design time dating episode, and try to design the perfect relationship, which is my goal.
We should.
Yeah,
What that your goal is to design the perfect relationship, not
yeah,
design the game about the perfect relationship. Okay, I got you.
right. Yeah,
Right. So speaking of game design,
yeah,
is that what
I
this
know.
show is about? I it is for the moment. So
Yeah,
yeah, we did a bunch of play testing last weekend,
yeah.
and
We play tested sort of a 4X style
yeah.
thing that you had.
Super
Yeah,
simplified,
super
super
simplified.
simplified, right? I was calling
Yeah.
4A,
Okay.
and it so
Was that a play on
it only sort of
words
worked. It broke.
instead of
Yes,
4X?
absolutely.
Instead of 4X, 4A?
4A, which makes the word foray.
Yep.
Yes, aren't I clever? So
What are the 4A's?
I uh it I have no idea that because it's only for the wordplay. The four
Okay.
A's you can fill in any A's you want
Yep.
because it's not going to become a game anyway. I'm going to
Yep.
strip it. I'm going to basically strip the mechanisms for parts. You know,
Hmm.
use them in other games, including the one you and I are going to design.
Yep.
So which you don't know about yet.
Yep.
Uh, so yeah, we played it. Here's the experience that I had. Right, It first of all, we tried to play more players than it will support, so it was
Yeah.
super congested, and everybody was super frustrated. But even beyond that, I had played it twice before that with smaller numbers of players, and it went pretty well. But here's what I learned. I learned that although I have confidence that it could become a solid, mechanically solid game,
Yes.
I have zero confidence it would ever become a game that I actually enjoy playing.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's
down the
worth.
toilet it goes.
That's what I think. Yeah, that's what I think as soon as you realize that
Yep,
uh, life is short. Got a lot of other things you could design, but
yeah.
yeah, strip the
So
parts.
that was my experience with that game. Yeah, well, yeah, yeah.
Right,
Yep. So
but
we're going to
that
use one of those in our
okay.
game, or we'll start with it and we'll see
Yeah.
if it lasts.
Uh, yeah. Let me ask:
Oh, what?
was it
Did you have a comment?
that game was it too mechanic-y? Like, did it not have enough of the kind of things that you like? Like, why did you not feel like it would ever become something you really like? Or are we just delving into
All
details
right.
that aren't
Well, that's
important
a good
there?
question. No, not exactly. It's like there was no. I don't know why I thought I would ever like that type of game. I've always been sort of interested in these 4X games at kind of a high level, but you know, I think it was kind of a thing that I maybe was interested in a long time ago, and so I've always thought,
Yeah.
oh, maybe I'm interested in that, and then like, no, I don't think so. So I've never actually been interested in any specific 4X game, right?
Okay.
Except
What?
possibly like Masters of Orion, like a
Yeah.
computer version, right?
Yeah. That's funny.
Which definitely counts as a 4X game.
I bought that game. Actually the two of them, one and two. There was a sequel, right?
Yeah,
Three.
I had either two or three. I had either number two or
Okay.
three, and
About 2 months ago, I bought them on GOG, whatever that site, GOG. Get, I don't even remember what it stands for. It's old games, old DOS games and stuff. And I bought the
okay,
two of them. I bought them both for
good
like
old games maybe.
good old games. I think that's exactly right. And I bought them for like $3 for both of them or something,
Mhm.
you know, a Mac
And did
version.
you try them yet?
Nope. No, we don't play games anymore with
You
the
have
way
so many games. I know.
that's the
Yeah.
whole. None of us do. We aren't playing games anymore. We're just buying them on Steam and good old games. You know, there's too
I
many
play some
sales and
games.
humble bundle. Right.
See, I
Anyway,
don't buy any of that stuff because I don't play on my
4X.
machine.
But
Yeah, so
I feel
4X
the
games.
same way. I've always been. I feel like I want to like those,
Yeah,
but I haven't really. Mostly haven't.
yeah.
Civ and
So
you know.
yep. Now, see, Civ was I was never even really interested in
Yeah.
Civilization. So I think maybe I was tricked by the setting of some 4X games. So a
Yep.
lot of them are set in space, just the
Space.
setting,
Yeah.
and I like ooh space, right?
Yeah. Me too. Yeah.
Or at least when I was young, a teenager or whatever. I guess yeah, I still like space as a setting. So, but basically, I realized I would much, much, much rather have like an actual adventure game set in space. So,
Yeah. Is that
but
what we're gonna
that's
do?
tough.
No.
I
Yeah.
think that's pretty tough. No.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing a space setting.
I
Well,
know.
we could.
I,
I don't think.
yeah. Man, I wanted to
I
play
don't think so.
adventure games in space. I wanted to play that Star Trek paragraph game of yours. Um, it is Star Trek,
Yeah,
right?
well, of mine, meaning I own it. Yes,
You own it. Yeah, you
yes,
own it.
yes, yes.
And I started reading the rules and my eyes just
It's
glazed
it's
over.
actually I think it's is that the real Star Trek one? There's also like a fake Star Trek
I don't
one
know.
that
I
like
don't know.
is Star Trek with the serial numbers filed off. I can't remember.
Yeah, okay, that might be the
Anyway,
one. I wanted to play it. It looked
uh,
like an adventure game in space, paragraph game and whatnot, but
yeah,
I couldn't
yeah,
handle it. I can't handle these things.
I know.
It's better on
Well,
computers. It's better. Computer
right,
games are better in this way. They can teach me
because they
slowly.
can teach you how to play.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Or they can
I
let me
agree.
fumble around and figure out how to play. Even
Right.
that, I enjoy that too. Board games, it's hard to,
Yep.
it's like somebody has to know the rules to fumble around and learn how to play. I don't know. Anyway, uh,
Mm. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Uh,
that was that.
okay. Yeah.
But I had fun testing some other ones. Brett's 69 is in really good shape. It's a really nice, really pretty nice game. I don't mean
About
nice as in about the year 69, year of four emperors. So it's
yeah.
ancient Rome,
Somebody
and
might somebody might need to mention the idea of sexual positions to him before he goes to
I
market with
te-
that title,
yes, I already
or
did
or
actually
not.
in last episode.
No,
Yeah,
that's actually maybe we should have all kept silent about that and watched the
that's right.
interesting
Watched all
story
the
develop.
the titters, all the
Yeah.
nervous titters when the title comes
Yeah.
out. Uh, yeah, so he's done a really really good job of that.
I, I
Hopefully that does well for him.
I don't know if I know what game that is. Is it the round one with?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
correct.
the round one.
Yep, the round
Cool.
one, the round
Great.
Roman game, as opposed to
Yep.
his Roman game with the rhombi. Is that
Yeah.
plural of rhombus?
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that was good.
Good.
Iterations of one of Greg's games, one of Greg's pirate games. That was pretty good.
Oh. Uh-oh, I lost you there for a
Uh,
second.
so anyway, it went pretty well. I think
Okay.
every. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's completely possible. The connection has been pretty
Okay.
iffy.
Also, it
Yeah,
sounds like
from what we can tell, Verizon.
yeah. Let me lower
It
my.
sounds like.
All right, everybody. I'm becoming more impressionist. We've entered the impressionist
Oh,
stage of the show. Um,
oh yeah, I forgot to check my
you
notes.
also
Okay.
we also seem to be on a delay. It sounds like you're responding to me like a
Yeah,
second or two, and yeah, so that's fine.
from 10 minutes.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Anyway,
Oh, that sounds vaguely
uh-oh,
familiar.
what? Are you losing me again? Remember that the guy, like there was
Yeah,
a
we're
show
just we're
and
having
one guest was like, and another guest was 1 or 2 minutes behind, like actual time. I don't know. Anyway, so there you go.
yeah, I
What
remember.
did you do with John while he was there, and then with Gina? So you went hiking. But did you do any talk about game design or anything else like that? Anything related?
A little bit. Little bit. We talked a little bit about my game Rambots. We talked some about his game Homeworlds, which
Homeworlds, yeah,
he still isn't really happy with for various reasons. Yeah.
yeah.
But it's too random. We didn't talk much about game design. Uh,
So
but
what were you talking about?
uh, oh man, yeah, you're really out of sync. Your your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. Uh,
I said, what did you
we're
talk
we're
about?
comfortably numb here on Design Time. Uh, okay, oh, I don't know, man. I talked. We talked about science fiction quite a bit, some books and movies and stuff. Game of Thrones a bit. Are you still there? Yeah, I had a feeling that we were losing James here. Uh, yeah, we lost him. Let me. I'm gonna kick him off and invite him again. No, I don't want to block him. And I'm going to invite him, and then I'm going to keep talking. Um, yeah, my friend John Cooper and I, great game designer, uh, we were discussing this interesting topic about not well, yeah, about Game of Thrones in particular. Um, a conversation that he had had with some other design friends, Dave Chalker, Jake Davenport, about how something that bothers John a lot about Game of Thrones is that he doesn't understand where it's taking place, and that bugs him. I think it's an interesting issue. Like you've got this world, it's obviously sort of medieval-ish, and it's got horses and people and all this stuff, but it's not obviously taking place on planet Earth. We don't know what planet it's taking. Is it on a planet at all? Is it a parallel time stream? Is it Earth in the past, Earth in the future? It's weird that none of that. Well, the question is it weird that for John it's weird, and for me it's a little bit weird. I think for Dave and Jake, they didn't seem to think that was weird at all. That it's just uncertain what the ground is of this whole thing. Is it grounded in our real universe? Is it some alternate universe? We don't know. So that's the topic this week. Write in your comments. Do you think it's weird or normal? Is that something that should bother us about Game of Thrones or fantasy in general? Does it need to be tied to our real world? Interesting questions. Or not interesting at all, maybe. Oh man, we might have really lost James. I've invited him again. Let's see. What else can I tell you about? James wanted to know what design stuff John and I talked about this week. We talked about a rule change that I had made to Rambots, an old game of mine, and my friend Andy Looney had complained about my new change. It was a beam that pushed things to the side. We had a beam. We already had in the game. We had a beam that pushed things and a beam that pulled things, and we added this beam that pushed things to the side. And Andy was complaining that it was thematically a little bit weird, physically a little bit weird. Like seems kind of magical. Like how does a beam work? How does a beam push things to the side? And I wasn't sure whether that really mattered, but I'm a little tone deaf, I think, when it comes to thematic concerns sometimes. John was saying he thought Andy probably had a good point, and that we probably should keep looking for other rules there. James is not showing up again. I wonder what happened. I think I'm gonna have to stop this one and see if I can find out what's up with James. I'll stop, and if I can get him back, we'll maybe do a part 2 of this episode tonight. Stay tuned. Later.